You know when you're watching a show and an actor's performance just feels so real, like so authentic you forget they're even acting? Well, that's exactly what's happening in the drama As Gentle as You, with its star Zhao Jinmai. Her take on the character Nisi Guang has everyone talking, and today we're going to get into exactly why this pairing feels so incredibly perfect. Okay, so let's just dive right in. The big idea we're exploring is that this is way more than just great acting. It's something much deeper. The argument is, if you really want to get Zhao Jinmei's performance, you first have to understand the character, Ni Shiguang. Once you do that, you'll see it's not just a role for her. In a way, she is the character. So that's the big question, isn't it? What is it about her performance that just feels so right, so on point? Why does it seem like she was literally born to play this role? Well, it goes way beyond just talent or technical skill. We're talking about this deep down fundamental similarity between the actress's own spirit and the character's soul. It creates this pure, clean quality that honestly you just can't fake no matter how good of an actor you are. And to really see how this works, we first have to break down the character of Ni Guang herself. Because, on the surface, she might just seem like a sweet girl, but trust me, she is so much more complex and so much stronger than you'd think. Yeah, she totally shatters that silly sweet girl stereotype we've seen a million times. Nishi Guang is incredibly sharp and clear-headed. Her kindness comes from a place of strength, not because she's clueless. She has this powerful inner core that's just unshakable. And this right here really lays out that two-sided nature of hers perfectly. On one hand, she comes from a good family, but has zero arrogance about her. She's got a kind heart. But on the other hand, she has firm boundaries. When a roommate is talking trash about her, does she start a screaming match? Nope. She calmly gathers her evidence. When she gets her heart broken, she doesn't make a huge scene. She just turns and walks away with her dignity. And what all this really boils down to is that her kindness is never, ever a weakness. It's a choice. And it's a choice that's backed up by some serious resilience. When things get tough, believe me, she is ready to meet the moment. And here's the part that makes her so relatable. She's not one to complain or use her problems to get attention. She puts on a brave face, gets through her day, and then deals with all her feelings in private, at night. Sound familiar? It's that quiet strength that makes us feel like we're really seeing a part of ourselves on screen. Okay, so we've got this character, Ni Guang, with this amazing blend of gentleness and toughness. And this is where it all clicks. This is the heart of it all. It's not about an actress being like the character. No, this is a case where the actress is the character. It's a completely seamless fusion. The idea here is that the poise, that calm vibe, that grace you see from Zhao Jinmei, that's not just part of a performance. That's who she is. It's something she's cultivated in herself, and that authenticity just shines right through, making everything feel so incredibly true. I mean, just think about that one scene that shows this so perfectly. The moment she finds out her parents are getting a divorce. You'd expect this huge, dramatic, emotional breakdown, right? But what she does is the complete opposite. She just says, "I'm fine." Two little words, but wow, the weight behind those words is just immense. In that moment, you can feel her trying to hold her entire world together, even as it's completely falling apart around her. Because in that single, quiet moment, you feel absolutely everything. You feel her sense of being wronged, her deep disappointment, the strength she's forcing herself to show. You feel the entire crushing weight of that moment. It's not about the lines she's saying. It's about the life and truth she breathes into them. Okay, so let's pull back for a second and put this amazing performance into the context of her whole career. It really shows you how much she's grown as an artist. In an industry that often rewards the loudest, most dramatic performances, Zhao Jinmai's real strength is her patience, her steadiness. She's literally grown up on camera, but she's never seemed desperate or like she's in a rush to prove anything. Her growth feels natural, it feels real, a lot like the character she's playing. And you can really see that journey laid out here, from her huge breakout role in The Wandering Earth, which made her famous as the national daughter, to that incredibly complex performance in Reset, and now to this role, which honestly feels like everything coming together. She's gone from being a promising kid to a truly mature actress. So after all that, what's the big takeaway for us, for the people watching? What does this perfect match between an actress and a character really tell us? Well, what this whole story shows us, both the character story and the actresses,
is that real strength doesn't have to be loud. It doesn't have to be aggressive or dramatic. It can be quiet, it can be steady, and it can just radiate from inside you.
And that's a really powerful message for our own lives, isn't it? You don't have to shout to be powerful. Just living your life with a steady hand, protecting your own heart, and staying true to who you are, that in itself is a remarkable and incredibly powerful thing. And this is the perfect way to sum it all up. This is why it works so beautifully. The character's core strength is her steadiness. The actress's core strength is her truthfulness. And when those two things come together, it's a perfect synergy. It's like a spotlight finding the exact right person to shine on. It's really a beautiful thing to watch. And it leaves us with one last thing to think about. Guang found her light in her quiet steadiness. Zhao Jinmai finds hers in her truth. So it makes you wonder, what is your light like?